Good evening. You're watching the Hard Facts with me, Poonam Burde. We're coming to you from the CNN News 18 Federal Bank Primetime Studio. 3 days ago, lakhs of people congregated in Hathras to hear a religious sermon. Little did they know the event would end on such a tragic note. Many of those people losing their loved ones in a stampede. The death toll steadily climbed, and by the time the gravity of the situation was realized, 121 lives were lost. Relatives of the victims ran from hospital to hospital, from one district to another, to hear news about their kin, hoping to find them safe and sound. The hope was shattered for 121 families. 3 days on, the man whose sermon they were all listening to is in the wind. He has shut his doors to the very people that depended on him to give him hope. Guilty or not, the law will decide, but this self-styled Godman's conscience is not awakened enough for him to come forward and cooperate in the investigation to ensure that these families get some semblance of closure, some semblance of justice. Where is Suraj Pal, or Bole Baba as his followers called him? And why has the state not tracked him down yet? Let's take a look at what the state government has done so far. An SIT was formed almost immediately after the incident, but the preliminary investigation was conducted by the Uttar Pradesh police. So far, here's what's happened. 6 people have been arrested. They are behind bars. All of them are sevadars, as they called, or those who were involved in the organizing of this particular event. No FIR against the Godman yet, not any peep from the police or whether or not he'll be even questioned in the near future. The Uttar Pradesh police filed a preliminary report. In that, they pinned the blame on the event organizers. They said it was their mismanagement. They didn't allow the police even inside the event venue, and that's when everything went haywire. Statements of 90 people have been recorded so far, is the confirmation that we've got. There's a 1 lakh rupee bounty that's been announced for the Chief Sevadar's arrest as well. Remember, the main accused in this case is the one who sought permission. The one who got the document from the subdivisional magistrate that said 80,000 people could congregate for this particular event, but 2.5 lakh people actually ended up being there. That was the number one rule flouting for which he is under the scanner, for which the FIR against him has been filed, but he is to be found nowhere. Multi-state search operations are underway. There are these manhunts that are on in eastern part of Uttar Pradesh, in Rajasthan and in Haryana as well. Now, while the blame so far has been laid on about half a dozen of these sevadars, can the authorities escape blame for this tragedy? Sources have told CNN News 18 that the SIT probe in this incident could finally expose these administrative lapses and put some officials in the dock for negligence, because up until now, we haven't seen any accountability being fixed on that front. While senior police officials of the district have been blaming the organizers to say that a crowd of over 2 lakh collected at the venue against the permissible limit, the fact remains that just about 69 to 70 policemen were posted at that event. Even if the permission was for 80,000 people and only 80,000 people would have turned up, was 69 or 72 policemen enough for that kind of crowd? Just one ambulance and one fire brigade was stationed at the venue. There was no doctor present there. There was no medical personnel put on duty either. Ultimately, with just one ambulance at that venue, when the stampede actually occurred, the task of rushing the injured to the hospital was done by the village locals on their own vehicles, as we saw the visuals coming out from that day. Which is why, in some of those cases, those victims were declared dead on arrival. That precious time was lost in finding them a transport to get them to the nearby healthcare place. No senior police officer or magistrate was stationed at the venue either. Out of the 69 cops that were stationed on duty, what our sources have told us is that there were only 9 female personnel, though a large number of these women devotees were in the audience. Out of the 121 lives that have been lost, 80% of them are women and children. To add to the trouble, the nearest government medical facility was the trauma center, which was woefully unequipped to handle such a tragedy. Sources say there was a definite lack of medical facilities there, lack of oxygen, lack of doctors, and for the longest time there was no electricity there either. Over 3 dozen injured were rushed here. They were simply referred to other hospitals because this hospital just could not do anything for them. Did that cause more deaths? That will also have to be investigated by this SIT. Now, there is a 100-page booklet of NDMA rules that lists measures to be taken to prevent stampedes at such events and such gatherings. These guidelines call for the authorities to make a site map to ensure that there are adequate entry-exit points, to put in place emergency evacuation measures in a situation like this. It also details out the do's and don'ts for authorities to manage such events. What we're now learning is the investigation against the said officials would be made on the grounds that prima facie this looks like these NDMA rules that are in place that are with the state government were ignored as well. Now, this is as far as the investigation goes, but politics has been happening on this as well. Today, Rahul Gandhi visited Hathras early this morning. He met the families of the victims. Before he was in Hathras, he made a pit stop at Aligarh. He met the kin of the victims from that district. Rahul Gandhi had left Delhi early this morning. He was accompanied by UP Congress chief Ajay Rai and several other office bearers of the Grand Old Party. He said he didn't want to politicize the issue, but the lapses on the state's part must be investigated. The BJP in turn accused Rahul Gandhi and the Congress of being selective in its approach of asking these questions of accountability. Why no sympathy for the victims of the Kalakurchi tragedy is what the BJP asked. Listen in.
राजनीतिक प्रिज्म से नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ, मगर प्रशासन की कमी तो है जी, और गलतियाँ तो हुई हैं, फोन थोड़ा साइड करिए, तो ये पता लगाना चाहिए। और शायद सबसे ज़रूरी बात कि कॉम्पनसेशन सही मिलना चाहिए। उन्होंने कहा कि प्रशासन की कमी है, उन्होंने कहा कि जो अरेंजमेंट वहाँ पुलिस का होना चाहिए था वो नहीं था।
आज हाथरस की इस हृदय विदारक घटना पे, इस हादसे पर, इस दुर्घटना पर जो राजनीति उन्होंने करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं वो दुखद राजनीति है। वो 100% राजनीति करने गए थे और दुख की बात यह है कि राजनीति बहुत सेलेक्टिव करने गए हैं।
Joining me on this broadcast, spokesperson of the BJP, Charu Pragya, Abbas Haider, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, political analyst Paramveer Singh, and Puneet Pathak, spokesperson of the Congress, join us. Let me begin by asking Charu Pragya. Several questions, Charu Pragya, are being raised of accountability that needs to be fixed as far as the administration there is concerned. The blame cannot just be on the organizers themselves. The fact that the local intelligence unit failed to gauge how many people had actually come there, the fact that more reinforcements were not called in when they realized that perhaps they were going to be outnumbered, these questions are being raised now. Will we see accountability on that front being fixed?
Poonam, good evening. What happened in Hathras is heartbreaking, and it's heartbreaking whatever way you look at it. So many devotees lost their lives. Their next of kin, their friends and families are still grieving. We are trying to fix accountability every single day. We are trying to figure out how is it that a stampede could have been stopped. And we all know that when something like this happens, it is nearly impossible to stop the movement of a mob from one place to the other. That being said, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi ji, has already taken into account very grievously what has happened in this incident. A probe has been set up, which is going to be headed by a retired Chief Justice. We have also a situation today where 6 people have been arrested and accountability is getting fixed. Let's not forget that in a place like this, where lies were told to seek permission for an event such as this, where the person for whom this event was set up has been a man of dubious character and background, and his criminal record is being searched while we are speaking. This person has been very highly connected politically to many leaders of the Samajwadi Party, and we've seen them hail him time and time again. But here we have a government which is working round the clock to ensure justice is given and responsibility is fixed. At the same time, let me also take 30 seconds to point out how Rahul Gandhi could make the time to go to Hathras, because it is a politically sensitive area right now for him, where he can go and only look after his politics, where he's still not spoken out and said anything or visited the victims in Hooch. Just a week ago, we lost 70 lives, and that number, that toll keeps rising up. We had a terrible incident in West Bengal where, looking at the visuals coming from there, I was confused for a moment whether it is a Taliban run state or a state in my own country.
Sure.
He did not visit Sandesh Khali. He does not care to visit any other place. I would request the entire opposition right now to stop politicizing an issue for your personal gain. Something serious has happened. It has to be dealt with seriously. And you playing political blame game and just going there and trying to interfere with everything is not going to help.
Sure, I'll let the Samajwadi Party and the Congress respond to the allegations that you've made against them. But I have one question to ask you. You said that this man, this self-styled godman, is of dubious record. He's had cases against him in the past. He's lied about getting permission for such events in the past as well, like in the peak of COVID. Isn't that more reason why the local administration, why the subdivisional magistrate who gave permission should have been better prepared, given this man's history?
No, absolutely. And Poonam, listen, I'm not trying to defend what has happened at all in any manner whatsoever. But all I'm trying to say here is that a terrible incident, an unfortunate one, can happen anywhere. The difference is in the handling of it. The difference is in the aftermath. Do we have a government which takes accountability and is trying to fix things here? Or do we have a government or a political party which is running helter-skelter, trying to take on more and more political popularity, like Rahul Gandhi is currently by visiting a place which could have been avoided him visiting for the time being.
Puneet Pathak, this is political opportunism by the Congress. That's the allegation. There are several other instances in the recent past from states that are governed by your allies, which is why there's not a peep. Is the allegation that is being made.
First of all, I like to point out to the BJP person out here, no one tells us where to visit and where not to visit. Mr. Rahul Gandhi deemed fit, he thought Hathras is important and he went there. BJP is nobody to tell him where to go, where not to go. And who decides who's doing politics and what not?
Important. Sandesh Khali is not important.
Charu Pragya, I'll come back to you. You had your time. Let him finish, please.
This habit of listening first when someone else is speaking.
Puneet Pathak, go ahead.
I expect the same from you.
Yes, Puneet Pathak, go ahead.
So now coming to your point, now she was telling how do you manage this? It's managed by better coordination. I'll tell you, there were only 40 policemen on duty on that day when about 80,000 permission was given. Just imagine the policemen to the people ratio over there. To take those victims to the hospitals, even ambulances were not available. They were taken in auto rickshaws and basically any vehicle available. They were rushing to the hospital by that. And who decides who's doing politics or not? Mr. Rahul Gandhi, our leader, went there to share their pain. I accompanied him today to Hathras. I was there with him. We saw
Selective
the pain in the kin of the family.
Pain? Time and time again, selective pain.
Puneet Pathak, I agree with you. Puneet Pathak, I agree with you. Nobody can decide. Sure. Puneet Pathak, I'll give you that. It is up to Rahul Gandhi's or the Congress party's wisdom where they decide to go. But it's also about the political messaging that you're sending. Can you deny that? Are you saying that this crime or this negligence that we're talking about is greater than all the other lives that have been lost in Tamil Nadu? Is that the messaging you want to send across?
I just want to quote our leader where he categorically said that this shouldn't be looked from the political prism. And he didn't even tell what he spoke to the people of the families. He spoke to them. I was there. I didn't listen to him talking to them. He was just sharing what the bond they shared with their family, what happened, and what do they expect from the help they expect from the government, and in what way can we help them? This is something very basic. If BJP doesn't have the basic empathy of how to deal with the families, I really pity their thought, because this is something very basic empathy which anybody should have with the families. Mr. Rahul Gandhi did what...
Sure, and I don't think that empathy is being questioned. The selectivity is being questioned.
Can I come in,
the selectivity is being questioned. Charu Pragya, I'll come back to you. Let me get in the other panelists in as well. I want to get in AP Singh, who's a lawyer of the self-styled Godman, who's joining us on this broadcast as well. Mr. Pathak, I'll come back to you, but let me get in AP Singh. AP Singh, I want to ask you this. You know, there's a statement that was put out via you 2 days ago by the self-styled Godman, who, by the way, since this tragedy happened, has gone incommunicado. But I want to ask you this, कि ये statement आया, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा कि ये anti-social elements की साजिश है. कौन है ये anti-social elements? Why do you think ये साजिश हो रही है? Because that's not what the eyewitnesses told us.
देखिए, उनको नहीं लगता है. मैं कल से सारे इंजर्ड से मिल रहा हूँ, जो कि घटना के आई विटनेस भी. उन्होंने अपने सीने पर, शरीर पर चढ़ते हुए और उनके शरीर को, पैरों को तोड़ते हुए लोगों को देखा है. वो लोग श्रद्धालु भक्त हैं, फॉलोअर हैं, जो कई वर्षों से लगातार आ रहे हैं. हर महीने प्रथम मंगलवार का आयोजन होता है इसी तरह का. इस बार का आयोजन जरूर फरवरी से लेकर जून में इलेक्शन कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट लगा था, इसलिए ना आयोजन किया गया, राजनीति की वजह से ना परमिशन ली गई, इसलिए नहीं हुआ. ये थोड़ी संख्या बढ़ने की तो बात हो सकती है आस्था श्रद्धा से, लेकिन उन इंजर्ड ने साफ तौर पर हमें बताया. मैं परसों से सभी हॉस्पिटल में गया जहां इंजर्ड हैं, और जो भी प्रत्यक्षदर्शी थे, जो परिवार वाले जिनकी मृत्यु हो गई, शोक उन सबसे मिला. अलीगढ़, एटा, हाथरस, सिकंदरा, उमैन, सबने मुझे बताया कि ये लोग कुछ ऐसे थे, 15-16 की संख्या में थे, अलग तरह के लोग थे, हट्टे कट्टे थे, जो कि उसमें घुसे थे। और जब नारायण साकार हरि को लगभग आधा घंटा हो गए हुए थे समापन करने के बाद, उसके बाद उन्होंने एकदम हुड़दंग मचा दिया, जिसकी वजह से भगदड़ मच गई और जिसको हमारे भोले भाली माताएं बहनें और आस्था श्रद्धा वाले लोग भाप नहीं पाए और इस बहुत बड़ी दुखद घटना का अंजाम हुआ, जिसको परिणति 121 लाशों के रूप में और दर्जनों इंजर्ड के रूप में हुई, जिसकी जीवन में कभी भरपाई नहीं हो सकती। इसलिए एंटी सोशल
बट एपी
एलिमेंट्स
सिंह,
और ये जांच का विषय है।
हाँ, जांच का विषय तो है एपी सिंह, और उसी जांच के बारे में मैं बात करना चाहूंगी, क्योंकि जिन आई विटनेसेस से हमने बात की और जिन आई विटनेसेस से पुलिस ने बात की, उन पुलिस वालों ने अपने प्रिलिमिनरी रिपोर्ट में ये कहा कि इन आई विटनेसेस ने बताया है कि जब कॉन्वॉय पास हुआ उसके बाद जो सेवादार वहां खड़े थे, जो गार्ड कर रहे थे कॉन्वॉय को, उन्होंने एकदम से अपने हाथ खड़े कर दिए और एक बड़ा सा क्राउड बाहर निकल के आया, उस वजह से ये स्टैम्पीड हुई है। It's the mismanagement of these sevadars and organizers is what these eyewitnesses have told the police, and that has made it to the preliminary report.
देखिए, वो सेवादार कौन थे? हमारे अपने मानव मंगल मिलन सद्भावना समागम के। पुलिस वाले कौन? जो व्यवस्था में थे। नारायण साकार हरि कौन? उन्हीं के भक्ति भाव आस्था के आधार पर गुरु कहें, नारायण साकार हरि कहें, भोले बाबा कहें, कुछ भी कहें, है तो सब एक परिवार के। आयोजन करता ही बुलाते हैं नारायण साकार हरि को, आयोजन करता ही समय और बुलाते हैं जो लोग उसमें शामिल होते हैं। मृतक भी उनके, शिकायतकर्ता भी वही, और एफआईआर भी उन्हीं के खिलाफ हुई है। ये भी एक गंभीर अपने में अलग किस्म का केस है, अपने में अलग। हमने अपने लोगों को खोया है। नारायण साकार हरि के वो परिवार था पूरा, सब संगत थी, जिसको इतना बड़ा 121 लाशें हमारी अपनी थी, कोई बाहर का नहीं था। हमारे घरों में मातम छा गया। बड़ी विडंबना है, जिनके खिलाफ एफआईआर हुई उन्हीं के अभी
तो ये आप ही के परिवार के जो लोग हैं एपी सिंह, उनके लिए क्या सिंपैथी या क्या कॉन्शियस जग नहीं रहा नारायण साकार हरि का? क्योंकि 3 दिन से ना वो दिखाई दिए हैं, ना वो सुनाई पड़े हैं। क्या आपको जरूरी नहीं लगता, या क्या उनको जरूरी नहीं लगता कि न्याय मिलना चाहिए उन लोगों को जो आप कह रहे हैं एंटी सोशल एलिमेंट्स हैं? अगर ये सही है तो जांच होनी चाहिए उनके खिलाफ, और उस क्लोजर और उस जस्टिस के लिए शुडंट then Bhole Baba present himself and cooperate with the agencies and tell them that here I am, let the investigation happen swiftly.
नारायण साकार हरि लॉ अबाइडिंग सिटीजन, उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस के बीआरएस लेकर धर्म के प्रचार प्रसार में लगे हैं। अब भारत से बाहर जाएंगे ना, किसी होटल और किसी घर में, वो आश्रम पे हैं, और निश्चित तौर पर वो जब भी जांच एजेंसियां बुलाएंगी, जो भी बुलाएगा वो पूरी तरह से उसमें सहयोग करेंगी, पूरी तरह से। लेकिन वो थे, उन्हें पता कुछ नहीं है। जब घटना हुई उससे आधा घंटा पहले वो जा चुके थे। उनके नाम कोई आश्रम नहीं है, उनके नाम कोई संपत्ति नहीं है। वो अपनी पेंशन से अपनी जीविका उपार्जन करते हैं। पैर छुलाने के आरोप लगाए गए, बिल्कुल चलन ही नहीं है वहाँ, कोई पैर नहीं छूता। कभी कोई पैर छूने का आपको फोटो नहीं मिलेगा। वहाँ कोई दान पात्र नहीं है, कोई चढ़ा नहीं है, कोई डोनेशन, कोई चंदा, कुछ नहीं है, कोई सोना चांदी नहीं चढ़ाया जाता है। पता करें लोगों से।
पता हमने की थी सर, और ये जो आप कह रहे हैं इसका एकदम कॉन्ट्ररी जो हमने पता किया है has been completely contradictory to what has happened. But I want to get in Abbas Haider and Paramveer Singh as well. Abbas Haider, the allegation against the Samajwadi Party is that the Samajwadi Party today is asking questions of the BJP and of the state government, but there have been years together in the past where the SP has shielded this particular self-styled Godwin and many like him.
Poonam, first of all, I would like to request the BJP spokesperson to deal with this matter with extreme empathy and sensitivity, which apparently they are not doing. First of all, this is a very irrelevant and lame reason that the BJP is giving, that he has got picture with Akhilesh Yadav. Yeah, I'm sure that more than 500,000 people in Uttar Pradesh has got picture with Mr. Akhilesh Yadav. So is the Bharatiya Janata Party government going to protect them? So don't give these lame excuses. We have got pictures of BJP leaders with this Baba also, so many of them. So please don't indulge in this whataboutery and lame excuses. People are looking to you because you are sitting at the helm of the affair, and people look up to you. They want responses from you. The BJP spokesperson was talking about prevention. Yes, this would have been prevented. Don't interrupt me. I can interrupt you. Please don't do that.
Take names, na? No, don't take names.
Don't interrupt me. I'll give you them. Don't interrupt.
Charu Pragya, I'll come to you. Charu Pragya, I'll come to you. He's been patiently waiting for about 17 minutes.
Otherwise not bother.
Yes, I will give you your time to rebut
aspersions without proof.
I will give you time to rebut him. Let him finish, please.
I have seen your reporting. I've seen reporting of News 18. That is quite. That gives us idea how you have investigated quite well, and we have seen what has happened there. They have actually failed to prevent this incident. The permission was for 80,000 people, but were there adequate measures? Were there adequate arrangement for 80,000 people? No, they were not. If there was, the crowd was increasing, the density of crowd was increasing, they would have diverted the crowd, they would have dispersed the crowd. That was not done by the administration. Second thing, she was talking about response. Was there a response available over there? Were there adequate amount of ambulances? Were there adequate amount of fire brigades over there? No, they were not. We have seen bodies. There were not even some stretchers for the bodies. Bodies were lying on the floor. Patients they didn't even have stretcher. They were like pulled literally. So this was happening there. There was no response system in place. Third thing, when it comes to fixing of responsibility, the Bharatiya Janata Party government has totally failed to fix the responsibility. They are protecting. We have just seen a sting operation. You are making lame excuses. I've seen a sting operation just now on another channel where a cop was saying that, somebody is protecting the Baba. Somebody is protecting. Why his name is not in the preliminary FIR? Why? Who's protecting them? The chief sevadar is absconding. You don't have anything. Don't smile. This is a very sensitive issue. Don't smile, please. There's nothing to smile in this. See,
you're focusing on my expressions instead of speaking about what you need to.
No, I'm speaking about.
Me to interrupt you? Why are you making comments on me in the middle of your? Why are you looking at me in the middle? Oh my God, Poonam, look at this.
You've made your point. Yes, you've made your point, Abbas. Charu Pragya, the questions are being asked about.
A missing persons poster was removed outside the Baba's, premises. This was happening. You only want to whitewash this incident. Don't do that.
Sure.
Please, as an opposition, I stand with the government. We stand with
sure.
you. But
Abbas, the allegations about political patronage to this particular government actually come from all spectrums. They come from all. Allegedly, there is political patronage from all sides. That's what we've been hearing on ground. But these are all in the realm of allegations.
Sure. Come on.
Sure. But Charu Pragya, yes, it is about fixing accountability.
People have suffered this incident.
Absolutely. It is also about ensuring that this does not happen again, which is why a clear message needs to be sent. Charu Pragya, that's really where this goes. A message needs to be sent that something like this, you cannot get away with.
No, and nobody should be able to get away with a situation such as this, Poonam. And that messaging has to be more clear than a Samajwadi Party spokesperson focusing on my expressions instead of a statement on a national news channel. Now, that is alarming. See, the fact here is that political patronage has come to this Baba from various sources. That's true. The booking was done for this entire event in another name. That is also true. The police have done their best, but when a stampede like situation
you didn't want her to interrupt you. I asked her to stop. Now, accord her the same courtesy, please. I'll come back to you. Let her finish. Let her rebut. Let her make her point. Charu Pragya, go ahead.
So today the situation is a very grave one, and I cannot stress on this enough. Accountability is going to be fixed with responsible government, but at the same time also a responsible opposition. Now making weird statements on television, pointing fingers at BJP leaders, I in fact challenge you. You are talking of some vague photographs. Either show it to us or don't make allegations like that, because I for one take these things very, very seriously. Don't take names if you don't have proof, and if you don't even have names, why are you naming political parties? That just exposes you for who you are, because your leader is caught hand in gloves in situations such as this. Now, when arrests are being made, Poonam, these links are going to go forward and help with the investigation. After these arrests, one key accused is absconding right now, and I'm very certain he'll also be arrested in no time. There is a probe that's going on under judicial care. Our Chief Minister is on ground. We are ensuring that everybody who needs the government support today is getting it. But at the same time, and again I'm saying the same thing, the whole debate comes down to a point where the Congress spokesperson justifies and saying, oh, you can't stop us from going wherever we want to. No, definitely not. And I'm not going to stop you. I think if you want to be someone who goes and visits people in their, saddest times and in moments of tragedy, don't be selective about it. Why is it that you can see a tragedy only in Hathras and not in Hooch? And even after I challenge you openly, you cannot say anything about Hooch. Even after I challenge you openly, you have nothing to say about West Bengal and the ongoings that have been going on there, or any other part of the country actually. So your leader cannot be somebody who comes on and uses you as minions to come on and point fingers at the government and doesn't allow them to function. Please don't do that. The government is on the job, the police is on the job, and very soon further arrests are going to be made.
But as far as Rahul Gandhi's visit today was concerned, it happened very early in the morning. He visited two places, Aligarh and in Hathras. He met those families and he made his way back to Delhi. But Abbas Haider, let me get in Puneet Pathak as well. Should questions not be asked of the Congress party as to why they haven't said a word about what happened in Tamil Nadu?
I believe the government over there has made their stance clear. People, they are working for whatever can be done. And I don't understand this whataboutery. Whenever something happens in the country, why does BJP point us, look, that something is happening over there. Look, something is happening over there. It's not their prerogative. They should be answering what's happening in the place in picture.
Sure.
Right now, even
and
you,
I asked
even
her
you
those
are
questions.
Debate on Hathras. You are not conducting
Sure.
a debate on Tamil Nadu, are you?
Sure.
You are conducting a debate on Hathras. You are not conducting a debate on Sandesh Kali. So I believe
And we did,
this
when
is
we
something
did conduct
which-
that debate on
both
the
in the
Hooch
same
tragedy, the Congress didn't want to speak about it, which is why the
course.
question of selectivism
Of
comes into
course. Will
play.
you let me speak? Please?
Yes.
Of course, the government representative over there have already spoken about this. Right now, we are here to talk about Hathras. I don't understand why Mr. Rahul Gandhi going to there pinches the BJP. I mean, only Mr.
No,
Yogi
no, I
Adityanath can
encourage him to
that
visit
place?
everyone
Is
in
there
pain
something
then?
like that? And I don't understand their pain. And why is this whataboutery all the time? And they don't tell us who are minions and who are people who can speak about the government. Anybody who's a citizen can speak about the government and can ask questions. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he went to Hathras. He went in early hours. He didn't even go in the busy hours so that people will call it a media stunt. He went in the early hours. We reached there at 6:30 in the morning and left there
Is
by
this
9.
not political opportunism? I'm simply asking
So
you one question.
basically,
Well, the BJP
basically
thinks it's
political
political opportunism. The Congress
You
does
look at
not.
the government of a state.
The BJP thinks it's political tourism. The Congress does not, and both of you are entitled to have your opinion. Let me leave it at that because I have to get in Paramveer Singh as well because he's been patiently waiting for the last 25 minutes.
1 minute.
Let me get it.
10 seconds. Mr. Yogi Adityanath visits the place, then Mr. Brijesh Pathak visits it. Is it not political tourism? They go there one after another and they offer nothing to the families. They're basically offering nothing to the families. That's what we want to say. Please deal the
Sure.
situation with open hearts, and this is all we
Sure,
want.
and you're entitled to have that opinion that if the BJP makes a beeline, if BJP leaders make a beeline, why not other parties? Fair enough. But Paramveer Singh, the questions that are being asked and the questions are being asked of the BJP is because law and order is the prerogative of the state. Even now, 3 days later, we've not seen an FIR that's been filed against the self-styled godman. We don't know where he is for the last 3 days. He's not even been questioned. Forget making him an accused. Maybe that's why he's not there in the FIR. But even as a witness, there haven't been any attempts that have been made by the police or now by the SID to track him down to find out what exactly happened. Why is that?
Poonam ji, I would like to point out a thing that life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present and fear the future. Hathras Ghatna is not going to be the last Ghatna if we do not mend our ways. We have in the past, we have seen such incidents like Upahar cinema case. We need to carve out an example from this incident so that such an incident never happens again. While as in the case of the self-proclaimed Baba or self-proclaimed God-man, government has to go by the book. They have to go by the law. We have already seen, Mr. AP Singh is already here. The permission was sought out, was taken by someone else, a sevadar or someone thing. So technically, or as per the law, he is the responsible person. In the self-styled Godman would be, his name could be added in the FIR, but that has to be with the evidentiary proof. Because point is not that we have to just arrest that person. We have to prove these things in the court also. So
Absolutely,
in the court,
and I'm not
unless
talking
and
about
until-
arrest at all. Like I said, not as an accused, but maybe as a witness, because we have details of phone records that show that he did speak to some of his organizers after the event happened, after he left from the event. So he definitely knew what happened. Even before we realized how big the tragedy was, even before the death toll had climbed to 121, he definitely knew what had happened. And yet he decided to go incommunicado. Isn't that fishy? Isn't that something that deserves investigation?
That is fishy, Poonamji, but irony goes it is a feeling in our country that people, spiritual leaders or religious leaders, they are supposed to be appeased. That is a common feeling in our citizens, and this has to be taken away from us. It is a mindset that they have to be appeased. If they have just taken the permission of 15,000 or 20,000 people, how come 50,000 and above people enter into that premises? They had to be stopped, and I think that was the first responsibility of the people there. Because when you have sought a permission for 15 to 20,000 people, the local administration would have made the arrangements like that only. If somehow you have crossing the 50,000 limit, you have to inform them in time. So that is these things we must not forget the Upahar cinema case. I would like to point it out here. There, Ansal brothers, they were convicted here after a long fight by the Upahar cinema victim. But they were convicted, and they are behind the bars. Such an example should be created out from this stampede also, so that there won't be another stampede. Otherwise, we are just like a sitting duck. There would be another stampede unless and until we make out a big example from this incident only. And for all the governments, can you imagine a person who with a stature who can sit with the principal secretaries, ex-chief ministers of a state, and we think that a local DSP would go there and say, Baba, please don't allow more people than what you have taken the permission for. That is impossible. That is near to impossible. Leave behind any political party. They would be saying such a thing, but it is the law after all that has to take a serious action. And that is my personal gut feeling that this time there should be an example should be created out from this team.
And as far as example setting goes, Paramveer Singh, then we also need to ensure that heads roll as far as the bureaucracy goes, as far as the local administration goes, because that's where it started from, and every single step of the way we saw lapses that came to the fore, many of which have been highlighted by the investigation that's conducted by the state itself.
Poonamji, the case is in the early stages now. Because as per my information, for the time being, the police investigation would not be revealed on any television channel or anything, or any print media only. They will be certainly going through on it. But
Sure.
We have to look. Yeah.
Sure, we do hope that the case does reach its logical conclusion, that those who are responsible for this negligence that claimed 121 lives are brought to book. Justice is given to the families of all the victims. I have to leave it at that. I'm completely out of time. I thank you all for joining us here on this broadcast and sharing your perspective. We are slipping into a quick break here on this edition of The Hard Facts, but on the other side, we'll get you the twists and turns as far as Telangana politics goes. There seems to be a big churn. Is it advantage Congress at the risk of the BRS losing out? We'll get you that big debate on the other side.